This is Danny and this is Destiny. In today's video I'm using a different microphone that I normally use. I'm actually using the microphone from my PX22 headphones. In this map, Asylum, running with the Messenger, Devestian Dynasty, and Truth. This is actually a salvage map. And everybody's using shotguns and thorns and last words except for me. And I guess that guy right there, he's using an auto rifle. My team, wasn't exactly the best that I've ever played with. It wasn't the worst for sure, but it wasn't exactly the best. I'm just gonna leave it at that. And I'll just tell you right now, spoiler alert, this is a come from behind victory. And it's all thanks to, well, I won't take credit for it, because it's a team effort, right? Anyway, the reason why I'm doing a voiceover commentary is I want to talk to you guys about some videos that I have coming up in the next couple days. The next 7 days, to be more precise. 7 days in a row, you guys are going to be able to see a video from me uploaded. Basically, I got the Thorn exotic bounty, the Vanguard Mentor Missive, Light in the Dark, I believe is what it's called. The Thorn bounty, you start off by doing the Summoning Pit Strike, then you have to go run the Crucible with a bunch of, and you get a bunch of void damage. And then you have to do the Summoning Pit Strike again at a level 26 with a bunch of modifiers, and you gotta kill XYOR, the wizard, the unwed wizard. And it's really a big old pain in the butt. I remember that when I got my Thorn for the first time, I did this bounty. It took me forever to get through the Crucible. I had like a void shotgun and a void rocket. I didn't have a void machine gun or anything. No. I did. I had Jolder's hammer. That's right. I ended up getting Jolder's hammer, so it was a little bit easier on that part, but I still had to pick up heavy ammo. I wasn't doing good at all. I was running out on my Titan, which, as you know, has a defender, but I wasn't really good at defender, so I was using striker. But I got the perfect storm. I'm a level 34. I got it on my Warlock. I have a Voidwalker. I had Word of Crota, my very first and only primary elemental with Void. I was running a Void shotgun. I had Her Benevolence Void, and I still have Jolder's hammer. You can't beat Jolder's hammer. It is beast. Anyway, 7 maps. It took me 7 maps to get my Thorn bounty through the Crucible. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. I'm amazed. Actually, it's actually 8 maps. After my first map, and I didn't post this. After my first map, I played one map where they put me in kinda late. I got 0 kills, 0 deaths, 0 assists. The game was over. It didn't even last that long. After map number 1, I had 74 out of 500. After map number 2, I had 74 out of 500. So it was really kind of a wash. Bungie matchmaking at it again, putting me in a map that's already over. So there you go. So many problems with the Crucible right now. But I'm not going to talk about the problems with the Crucible right now. I'm going to talk about the 7 days, those 7 maps it took me to get through the Thorn bounty. I had a lot of fun. I felt like I played some of the best maps I have in a while, because I'm not really good with Word of Crota, and I was playing a little bit more above the shoulders instead of just instincts and skill. You know, I don't know this weapon doesn't know me, this weapon doesn't like me, all that stuff. And I ended up pulling it out. Pretty happy about that. So look forward to that. That will start tomorrow and go for 7 days straight. And then I'll get back on my normal upload schedule. Anyway, like I was just saying, there's something terribly wrong with the Crucible right now. Dado Does Destiny posted a video basically about the current meta of the Crucible. And what does that mean? Well, meta is kind of new to me, so I can't really give you an accurate definition. Look at that aim assist messing me up right there. Or maybe it was just me. I can't really give you an accurate definition of what a meta is, but I can tell you this. Not happy with it. I think meta is the state of the Crucible. What's going on with the Crucible right now? And he kind of summed it up. He didn't sum it up. He went into great logical detail of what is wrong with the Crucible and why Bungie is messing up about not addressing the issues that we're currently having. So some of the things that he was talking about, and these are things that I have noticed as well, and they really bother me, and I'm sure you guys have noticed it before, and I touched on it at the beginning. Like that guy, oh, that guy's using a scout rifle. And you know what? He's a level 10. So we're not going to talk about him. Respect, Chino. You know what? This map really doesn't illustrate it as much as I thought it did. But all the other maps that I was playing specifically today were illustrating it. Everybody is using the last word or Thorn with a shotgun. Sometimes a sniper, but mostly a shotgun. And why is that? Why is everybody using those weapons? It's because those weapons are the best weapons in the game. But it's more than that. They're the best weapons in the game by far. You have such a tremendous advantage when you're using these weapons. Yes, they're exotic. You should have an advantage when you're using an exotic. But you know what? There are so many other exotics in the game. What makes these so great? Well, with the last word, it's the time to kill. And Dado touched on this in great detail. I'm talking like down to how many frames. It's basically time to kill with the last word. I had some other problems with it, but it's the time to kill. It takes 10 frames for somebody to kill you with the last word. This is, you know, I like to relate this game to Halo because it's very similar. You have shields, you have armor, you have health, and all that stuff has to be in some combination of the two. You mostly start with armor and health, but sometimes you get an overshield. You know, there's all kinds of stuff. But when you're getting shot at, people are putting damage on you. They're knocking. There's supposed to be a noticeable lowering of your health. You're supposed to notice that you are getting closer to death, which should allow you to evade. But none of that happens when you're using the last word or this beautiful beast that I have in my hands right now, the messenger. Look at this. Oh, that's a 4 burst, but normally if I get somebody with a 2 burst, it's just not fair. It's really not fair. They have no time to react. But the fastest time to kill right now is the last word. And it is insane how fast you can kill somebody. Dado said 10 frames. That's a third of a second. You cannot react to that. You cannot react. You can't evade. You don't have time to dodge. You're dead. Now the biggest problem with the last word is the really fast time to kill, but it's compounded by how the range is not really affected at all. You can, on this map, with exception to somebody who may be completely on the other side, any range on this map is a quick time to kill range. It's totally not fair. It's insanely not fair. Look, I have a rocket and I'm not even going to use it because I don't have time to reload. Okay, whatever. But also, the other big problem that I have with it, there's 2 more I want to talk about. Well, for one, it doesn't seem like you need to aim. It seems to me because of aim assist and the hip fire bonus that you get with the weapon, you don't even need to aim. If somebody's in front of you, you just start spamming the fire trigger. You don't have to move the right stick. I should have went into cover like this guy did. I don't know why I didn't. It's really hard to see him with all the tall grass. I should have went into cover. You don't need to aim with the last word. And I think that's one of the reasons why I can't use it. Because I'm the kind of person who likes to hold my aim. So I'm always making these micro corrections on my thumbstick. And when I'm using the last word, I think it's effing me up. But I could be wrong. I don't understand completely the mechanics of how this aim works. Oh man, look at this thorn. Anyway, but one of the last reasons is because there is a glitch, and I'm not really sure. I can't explain the glitch either, but it has something to do with the bonus damage from hip firing and aiming down sights, and how somebody could be aiming down sights but get the bonus damage from hip fire. And that's just not right. That needs to be fixed. The other weapon, the last word. I'll start off with the glitch. There is a glitch on the last word. The final round perk will work on the first round. It's as simple as that. You can get a 110 hit marker. 110 headshot hit marker on your first round. You're more than halfway dead at that point. This guy mowing me down with the level 10 scout rifle. Big props to Chino. Chino's a man. I don't know why they were beating us. Pacino's probably a really good player if he's mowing me down with the scout rifle at level 10. Damn. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I forgot what I was saying. What was I saying? Yeah, the Thorn. The other problem with Thorn is the range. The range is insane. It's a freaking sniper rifle. Can we please all agree that the Thorn most definitely needs to be nerfed? Seriously, it needs to be nerfed. Especially the range. Now, there's a couple ways that I think would be great for nerfing it. I think the fire rate needs to stay the same. I think the damage needs to be staying the same. I think the tick could probably be lowered. Instead of 7, maybe 5 or 6. I think that the range most definitely needs to be drastically lowered. So in this kind of situation right there, that little gunfight I was just in with the Thorn, he should have the advantage. I'll agree with that. That is a good range for a hand cannon, but not across map. When I'm over trying to pick up C Heavy on Twilight Gap and somebody's on B Bridge, they should not have an advantage over me with my messenger. Or definitely not with somebody who's got a scout rifle. That's just not right. Shotguns. Let's talk about shotguns. Because we're running out of time. They've almost won. Shotguns have too much range. It's as simple as that. Shotguns have stupid range. There's no reasons for shotguns to have that much range. Ooh. Can't believe I needed a reload. I must have accidentally pressed that button. Ooh. Anyway, we are still losing. The problem, I've talked about shotguns so much. Shotguns were initially nerfed, and Bungie said, we need to have these things to the point where you would only use it if you're hugging somebody and you absolutely need to get them off. The range is ridiculous, so they nerfed the range. Then they came out with the Fellwinter's Lie, which had insane range. Everybody complained about the Fellwinter's Lie, so they nerfed special ammo, which they use for snipers and fusion rifles too, which doesn't make any sense. Which, instead of fixing the Fellwinter's Lie, they nerfed special ammo. And of course, they also added the Matador 64, the Party Crasher +1, and allowed you to reroll to have the same dang perks as the Fellwinter's Lie, so you could have insane range. Anyway, that's the state of the Crucible. Everybody's using shotguns. Thorns. The last words. Watch the Dado video. It's awesome. But that's all the time I have for today. I hope you enjoyed this amazing comeback video. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to my channel already. And I'll see you next time. Adios.